PERT and CPM are systems for the organization of activities for a certain project. What we are gonna learn here is the systematic arrangement of construction activities. Welcome to Construction Engineering and Project Management. Opposite to what others might think, PERT and CPM are not only for construction, but they are systems of procedures or processes for completion of projects. We first distinguish PERT from CPM and start with their histories. PERT was organized to complete the Polaris missile project in 1958. The US needs to finish the missile project fast as they are worried that the Soviet Union might have the upper hand in nuclear power. CPM, on the other hand, was conceptualized to make commercial industries processes faster with minimal cost, and it was developed by J.E. Kelly and M.R. Walker from two different companies. So what are the distinct properties of each system? PERT results from the careful planning and evaluation of processes in the R&D program. Through PERT, current company status and forecast can also be identified so it can answer the question of project feasibility. PERT is short for Program Evaluation and Review Technique. CPM is a great tool for planning, scheduling, and controlling materials, labor, and time in construction work. It emphasizes the number of duration of activities. CPM shows the early and late starts and finishes of activities. CPM is short for Critical Path Method. PERT and CPM have been requirements before the government allows the construction of a project. Memorandum Circular Number 153, written under the administration of President Ferdinand Marcos, is an example stating that PERT and CPM will be used instead of the Gantt chart. Another is the presidential order finalized 6 months later by the Executive Committee for Infrastructure Program stating that PERT or CPM is a vital document to be submitted prior to the construction of a project. With these specifics, Section 6 of Republic Act 5979, or what is known as an act appropriating funds for public works, synchronizing the same with previous public works appropriations, discusses that PERT or CPM is required for projects with costs of 100,000 and more. So what will one expect from PERT or CPM? A graphical display of the different activities of a project is shown. And from this display, we can estimate the duration of the project construction. Also from the display, one will be able to tell which is the most critical order of activities for project completion, and with it, one can also identify which activities can be delayed without any detrimental effect to the project completion. There are different phases of PERT and CPM. First is the planning stage, which determines the activities to be prioritized in order to start the other succeeding activities. Planning the sequence of the activities is necessary in management as delay of the project will entail indirect costs. For one, the manager might be forced to require overtime, which would be asking for more pay. Another solution is to ask for employees to work on shifts. This is like an around-the-clock work for different groups of employees. In case the two solutions are not possible, the manager might ask for additional manpower or equipment to avoid project delay. CPM can solve such delay dilemma by identifying the proper sequence of activities, whereby the most critical set of activities are showcased. The system can also show which activities need more manpower to be faster. And from the CPM diagram, one can also see which activities are not critical. And manpower can be placed to the more critical activities, and this is same with equipment. The second phase of CPM is scheduling, which is interpreting the duration of activities into calendar days. While the project is ongoing, the CPM diagram should be updated to cover for the difference in the schedule from the actual days. It should be updated to set proper delivery time and not to expose materials or overcrowd the storage. The timely update will also reflect change orders, weather changes, or unexpected events or conditions in the site. The last phase is controlling and monitoring, which would be the application of the CPM system into the site. There are necessary information that the CPM designer should have ready. First is the proper order of the activities to be designated in the network diagram. These activities should also have proper duration, which we can identify using labor estimates standards or from site experience. The other needed input is the cost estimates of both the activities and the resources. And lastly, trade indicators or knowing the different skills of your employees in order to group the proper skills correctly. On the other hand, what do we expect to have after we finish the CPM network in the schedule phase? 1. The network would clearly identify the schedule of activities. We would know easily which are the critical activities, their starts and finishes, and if they come early or late. And we will also identify the float or time allowance in non-critical activities. The second output is the Gantt chart, which can show us the flow of activities with calendar days. Next is resource analysis, identifying how much manpower should we maintain in the duration of the project, and likewise with the rental of equipment. Lastly, the CPM network shows the S-curve, which can be used in cash payment processes later.